Hey, John here. So in this one, I'm gonna show you just how I would practice a lick like the one you just heard in the beginning of the video. And if you want tabs for this one, you have it linked down below in the description. So as always, the tabs will be available on my Patreon. And basically this is an E Phrygian dominant lick. And that sounds really fancy, but it's just the fifth mode of the A harmonic minor scale. So it's the same notes as A harmonic minor, but we hear the fifth note, A, B, C, D, E, as the root note. And then all these intervals change according to that. So that's why you get that different sound, even though it's the same notes. But we start with this Yngwie sequence. I mean, the whole thing is very Yngwie inspired, I'd say. But we start with this Yngwie sequence, groups of 4 on a single string. We start here on the 5th of the key. So we're in E, starting on B. And then we're gonna go like this. Shift it up. Shift it up again. Shift it up once more. So again. And all alternate picks starting in a downstroke. And then once we've done this fourth group, we're gonna shift up once more to 13. And then from here, we're gonna use this scale shape. So I'm gonna show you this shape first. This shape is very Yngwie inspired as well, even though the sequence I'm going down this scale with is gonna be a bit different than what he would do. But basically the shape goes like this. So you have 13, 12, 10 on the high E string, same on the B string, and then we add the this note here, so on the 9th fret. Then you do that in octaves, because since we have 7 notes in the scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we cover that with this scale shape. So we just do that in octaves. So it's quite easy to remember once you learn the first part. So the sequence we do to get down this shape then is the following. You go down in a group of 6, then you restart that group of 6 here and go down another group of 6. And that's pretty much it. Then you do that in the next octave. And end up here on the 3rd of the key. And then just bend from the 15th fret up to the 17th fret. So again, slowly. So that's the whole thing. The way that I would suggest that you practice this is using that list concept that I talked about a few videos ago. So I'm going to link to that in the description as well, so you can check that out. But basically it means that you take a few different practice techniques and then you put them in a list, and then you go through the list over and over again, instead of just playing the thing, you know, straight up, you know, over and over and over and over again. It can get quite tedious, and when things get tedious, we get bored, and when we get bored, we lose the focus, and when we lose focus, we practice in a way worse way than we would if we're actually interested in what we're doing. So first thing I would do here is just go through it with the transition time. And again, I'm going to link to that as well, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. But basically it just means that I'm practicing very slowly, but I move quickly from note to note. And if that works out, then I move on to the next item on my list, and that would be accents in this case. And I'm going to treat this as 16th notes now. I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually work out, so I end on the downbeat here. But that's fine. It's just a way to practice it. You could actually take any type of subdivision and go through it. That's a good practice as well. So going through it with 4 notes per beat, I would accent the first note first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then do that with the second note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, I'm counting, and that's especially here, so I don't lose track of where my second note of each group of 4 is. So if you feel confused here and you have to slow down, that's a great thing. So that's a feature, not a bug. All right, so accenting the third 16th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And yeah, as I said, if you group this in 16th notes, I'm actually going to end up on the upbeat here. But it doesn't matter. It's just, you can try whatever subdivision you want, or do more what Ingrid would do, which float a bit and then try to end on the beat just by feel. So you might speed up and slow down to end on a certain point of a lick, usually the lowest note or the highest note, and you want to end on a specific beat. And that's quite tricky, obviously, but it also sounds a bit more musical to my ears instead of having this strict daga 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 the whole time. That's also cool, but I think both are useful to be able to do. All right, so the fourth 16th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's the accents. Then I would do long, short, and short, long, which is basically rhythmic variations. You can do different rhythmic variations as well, but those two cover most of what you want to be able to do, meaning that you go quickly between half of the notes, meaning 50% of the notes, because we're going to go long, short, long, short, long, short, long. And then when you've done that throughout the whole thing, you turn it around so you cover the other 50%. So, and doing this will help you discover where you have more work to do. Now when you do this, you want to have quite a big difference between the long note and the short note. So you don't want to do this, because I won't give you as much as doing this. So more contrast. All right, so let's say I was happy with that one, then I would move on to the opposite, so short, long instead. So once I'm done with that, I might try it just fast and see how it feels. And it felt all right. So, but then I would just do it again and again and again and again. So basically go back to the top of the list, or maybe I would add even more practice techniques if I felt like it. So, but my basic idea is that I have a list of things that I do. So I don't just sit there and repeat it over and over again without any variation. And like I said in the beginning of the video, if you do that, it's much easier to get bored, and that's never good for your motivation. All right, so if 2024 is the year to speed up your ultimate picking, I would suggest that you get this book. Talk about that in this video. It's $9 and you have a complete daily workout. And if you follow that, you will get a lot of great results. So if you check out the sales page, you can see a lot of testimonials, and this stuff really works. It's what I did to improve my technique, and I also given this to a ton of students throughout the years. So give that a try if you haven't had any luck before.